Hey folks, Shane Drake here. Another late night out in the shop. I work pretty late most nights. So if you don't hear from me in the mornings, it's because I usually work from like 10 or 11 to usually like 4 or 5 in the morning. I do that because my wife works during the day. And, with my kid home and all this COVID BS and stuff like that, it just works better to be able to spend time with my wife and my kid while they're home, hang out with them, eat dinner, all that other stuff. And, I can just push into the night and hang out in the shop by myself. And I don't think my wife wants to come out here and hang out with me during the day. And, as much as I want my kid to come out here, it's, it's a struggle to get kids to take interests and things like working out in the shop, especially girls. But anyways, I just want to talk real quick about why I'm not like this super duper political activist. There are people in the community and the groups that I associate with that are fucking awesome. They're just great people. But me, I'm like an analytical mind. It's like I guess debative is, my personality type. I just like to process ideas and go back and forth because I want to find the most logical approach. I want to find what works and what doesn't work. And that's not something that happens usually on the spot. And it's difficult to process all of this new information that comes at us 24/7. Basically, if you're paying attention right now, there's about 20 things you're supposed to be caring about every single day, whether it's something a Democrat says, a Republican, something a cop does, Joe Biden, whatever. There's a million things, and I can't keep up with all of it. I try to, but even if I am on the pulse of all of that stuff, I can give you what Tim Pool says about it, and I can give you what Ted Cruz or, whoever, political pundit, I can give you their quick take or whatever, but I don't like to do that. I like to sit and hear all the ideas and come up with new ones and new perspectives and find the one that kind of settles and sits the most right with me on my principles and everything like that. So anyways, that's why I'm just not one of those huge in-your-face political activists. I'm not always out there doing all this rallies and, I'm not introverted, but I like to be in my space. This is where the ideas and everything like that come out of my mind when I'm working on other projects and trying to get these mass amount of stuff done that I have to do. And, the other aspect of why I'm not so active is because I've got a business to run, a family, just like everybody else out there who's following me. We've got, our own lives, and nobody wants to associate or put aside a certain amount of time in their day for political crap. And I'm not lost on the fact that this political campaign is, a 1 in a million shot. So I just want people to know that that's why I'm not out there every single day showing my face. I live, an hour and a half, 2 hours away from pretty much anybody relevant or important in this movement. And I have terrible internet. So those two things combined make it very difficult for me to do much more than I'm doing now. And I don't want people to get upset with me or whatever because, the reality of this campaign is we've got to wake people up and it's got to be grassroots. I'm not going to take money and I'm not going to start doing the things that regular politicians do. That's just not who I am. I want to be the guy who's, sitting down and crunching the numbers and figuring out the logical, weighting the tip of the spear. The tip of the spear does the most important job, but it's not all the work, That's not where all the work happens. The tip of the spear, it finds the path of least resistance. That's what a leader is supposed to do, and that's what I want to do. I want to help people wade their way through this fog, this haze, because that's where I feel like I exist. That's where my headspace is most of the time, out here in the shop. A political fog, a haze, and I'm trying to see my way through. And it's just difficult when you're wanted when people want your perspective or opinion all the time. Obviously, you put yourself out there, that's what happens. And it's just been a little overwhelming. I'm not going to lie, this is not who I am. I'm not a person who's in front of a camera all the time or doing much more than what you see right now. Just being out in the shop, working, grinding, and trying to be the best person that I can in my family's life. And, that's why I'm doing this political thing, because I know principally it's the right thing to do. And that's all I want. All I want to do is the right thing. And I can see what the right thing is, and nobody else was stepping up to the plate. One post a year from the Paula Page's assistant on Facebook isn't really enough to be a political leader in this movement. And, I'm not saying that making a bunch of posts on Facebook is the other way to be a leader. I just don't have any sway, any pull. I don't have people who follow me, I don't have large numbers of people who follow what I say or think. And yeah, like I said, I want to be the tip of the spear. And I want to help people find the path of least resistance, because I found it in my life. That's how I live. I'm living in, that's what I think, that's what I think most people want. But unfortunately, culture change, societies change, and people think they've found the path of least resistance, but all they're doing is conforming and selling themselves out for cheap entertainment, Netflix, cable, ads on TV. Sure, you can live on a couch and just have the government send you a check and absorb all your media or whatever, have it handed to you on a platter. And that might seem easy, but, I think this is the American dream. I think what I've created is the real path of least resistance. Get yourself in a position where you can thrive in your own space, with your own mind, with your own thoughts. Anyways, enough on all that. I got some rallies coming up. I appreciate everybody who makes comments, messages me, even the people who call me and, talk to me on the phone. Please don't do that. Just text me if you're going to freaking find my number and do that kind of stuff. But yeah, man, there's just a lot of people out there who are really passionate, just like I am. And everyone is different. Everyone thinks differently. Everyone has different approaches. And I just don't want people to think that because I don't act like, this politician or this activist or whatever, that I'm not, really don't have my heart in this fight. I've got my heart in this fight. It's just, I've got a different heart than most. I've got a different approach than most. And, I don't want to just put all my effort and energy into a fruitless endeavor and leave my family hanging, leave my business hanging. That doesn't make logical sense to me either. But I want to do exactly the right amount, maybe a little bit more than is needed to get this state back in working order. That seems like, we got to stop electing people who want to be in political office or spend their time in Augusta. I think there's a easy solution to all of these things. The government's not supposed to be complicated or big or, have all this control and oversight. It's not supposed to be. That's not how it's worked in the past. It's just that we're growing as a society, and we're growing lazier as a society. We want the government to solve our problems, to figure everything out for us. If you agree with me, then you got to share my message, though. You got to spread the word out. You've got to get this grassroots movement going. We've got to prove that that kind of spirit still exists in America, that you don't need to have $1 million campaign, and I don't need to go out to somebody you don't know, you don't trust, you don't agree with, and go get, so that I don't have to go get that person's money and then be beholden to what they want me to do. You don't want that. That's not what I want in politics. But to get away from that system, you've got to be my cheerleader, I guess, or you've got to cheerlead politicians or people or campaigns that are against those type of things. I'm against those type of things, and if you find somebody who's more representative of your views that's also against those things, go cheerlead for them, please. Let me know if anybody's out there is a better candidate or option than I am. I don't want to put all my cards on the table. It's just that I was the first person to stand up and say, hey, somebody's got to do something. Something's wrong. This isn't working. So anyways, folks, thanks for checking out this video, but you got to share it. You got to spread the word, and yeah, you know, I'm going to do my best, and I'm going to try to see through this political haze, this political fog, and hopefully my message is one that resonates with enough people who see things the way that they need to be seen, which is one where we're back in control, where the people have the power, where we put us first, before all these crazy political hacks. But anyways, thanks for watching this video. Spread the word. Shane for Maine. If you don't like my message, but you like the thought of this, you know, maybe you're the right person for the job. And stand up. Anyways, take it easy. Peace.